Find the mode of the data. Find the mode of the data, which is group data. For group data, formula for mode is that mode is equals to L plus F1 minus F naught by 2 F1 minus F naught plus F2 into H, which is the mode formula for group data. First, we have to prepare table for this. To prepare, suppose this as class interval. Suppose this as frequency. Your class interval is given as 1 to 200, 201 to 400, 401 to 600, 601 to 800, 801 to 1000. These are the class intervals. Here frequency is given as 7, 10, 16, 12, 3. 7, 10, 16, 12, 3. These are the frequencies. Here see, these are required to find out mode. Here L means lower limit of mode class. F1 means frequency of model class. Frequency of model class. F0, frequency of the class preceding the model class. F2 means frequency of the class succeeding the model class. Here H means class interval. These are required. To find out L, F1, F0, F2, H, model class is required. Without knowing model class, we cannot find out L, F1, F0, F2. Therefore, now we have to know about model class. To decide model class, observe frequencies. To decide, here we have 5 class intervals. Here our question is that here which is the model class in this. To find out model class, first observe frequencies. Here in these frequencies, which is the highest frequency. This class is known as model class. This class is known as model class. Why? Here 16 is the highest frequency. Against that we have a class that is 401 to 600 is the model class. But once observe these classes. Here these are all lower limits. These are all upper bounds. Here upper bound of first class is not equals to lower bound of second class. Here we have to make these upper bound and lower bound of second class we have to find out as equal numbers. To find out these numbers, I am rewriting classes. I want to make these classes like this. To make these two are equal, I want to subtract 0.5 from each lower bound. Here, if we subtract point from 0.5 from 1, we will get 0.5. Here, now add 0.5 to upper bound. These are 200 and 0.5. Here, which now subtract 0.5 from this. Here, now add 0.5 to this. 400.5. Here, which becomes 400.5 to 600.5. Here, which becomes 600.5 to 800.5. 800.5 to 1000.5. Now observe in this. Here, upper bound is equals to lower bound of next class. These are equal, these are equal, these are equal. Therefore, these are discontinuous classes made as continuous class. Now, which is the model class? Here, L is required. Lower limit of model class required. Lower limit of model class is that L. This is the value of L. We got now this. Similarly, now find out frequency of model class. Here, which is the model class? Which is the model class? Frequency of that model class is 16. Therefore, that is the value of F1. Here, which is the class? That is known as model class. Before that, we have a class that is frequency of. Here, F1 is that frequency of model class. F0 is frequency of the class preceding the model class. Here, which is F1. Which is the model class? Before that, we have a class. Against that, we have frequency. That is frequency of model class preceding the median class. That is known as F0. After that, after model class, we have another class. For that, we have frequency. That is known as F2. Here L is 400.5. F1 is 16. Here F0 is 10. Here F2 is 12. F2 is 12. Now we have to know about class interval. Class interval is subtract lower limits from upper limits. We will get H or class interval C or height of the class. 200.5 minus 0.5 is 200. Therefore, this is the value of H. Now substitute. Therefore, mode is equals to first L. L is equal to 400.5 plus F1 minus F0. F1 is 16. F0 is 10 by 2F1. 2 F1 means 16 minus F0 is 10 plus F2 is 12 into H. H is the value of 200. Now simplify. 400.5 plus 16 minus 10, 6 into 200 whole by 2 16s are 32, 10 plus 12 22, which is equals to 400.5 plus 6 into 200 whole by 32 minus 22 10, 0 0 getting cancelled. You will get 400.5 plus 6 20s are 120. Here 0 plus 0 0, 2 plus 0 2, 1 plus 4 5. Here we have 0.5. This is the 0.5, which is the mode of the given frequency distribution. First, which is given, that is group data. Here to find out mode, formula is required. In this formula, you should remember L, F1, F0, F2, FH. To find out these values, I made a table like this. Here, these are all discontinuous classes. Made them as continuous classes. To make them as continuous classes, subtract 0.5 from lower limits, add 0.5 to upper limits. Now here these upper limits are equals to lower limits, therefore made them as continuous classes. Then find out which is the highest frequency, locate that class is known as model class. After knowing model class only we can find out L, F1, F0, F2. According to that, find out, identify, just substitute and simplify, you will get answer.